Yeah, last thing we need is nerd talk about computers before we watch a painting stream.
Yeah.
Nerds!
Nerds.
I think I was using rust gray last time. Yeah, I actually changed the palette sheet, as you can see. It's getting just a shade crowded.
Goosh.
Just a skosh.
Gooey, was it?
Un pequeño. Un pequeño. Alrighty. Yep, got the AC going now that, like, the rush hour isn't on the Nest, so I don't feel guilty about it. And I have a fan blowing on me.
Oh man, whenever Nest pops up and it's like, you can integrate with the power company, I'm like, no, fuck you, get away from me.
We do every now and then, but then there's some days when even then I'm just kind of like, nah, screw it, fuck it, no. Like, I wonder if a wild mongrel sovereign will appear tonight or not.
Don't know, I guess we shall find out.
Yep. We shall see, sir. We shall see.
Evening.
Hello. How are you doing tonight, bud?
Sweating my ass off.
Same.
Popular occupation these days.
Yeah. Like I told Muse, I was uncomfortably moist.
Ugh, I'm uncomfortable having you just said uncomfortably moist.
Well, it was uncomfortably moist.
I know. I didn't not believe you.
There was a visual he didn't need.
Hey, now, come on. If anyone has ever had the visual of me being uncomfortably moist, it's Sojan. And also, it's been Sojan when I've been grappling on top of him.
Yes.
That could be very moist.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, no, there's another visual that wasn't needed.
Hey, we were wearing gis.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Other times it was at least just our training pants and, like, tight shirts to try and wick away sweat. Fun days, huh? Actually, if I had the time like I did back then, I would love to be doing it again. Stupid kids in there needing parents around.
Details.
Yep.
They can survive. They're fine.
Well, so I could see it. My oldest, being on the spectrum as she is, would be watching me doing that and would have to come out onto the mat while we're rolling, trying to ask, "What am I doing?"
Mm-hmm. But why?
But why?
Did you already paint that X's handle? The
The shaft? Yes, I have lovingly painted
Yeah.
the shaft.
I'm not trying to disparage your work. It looks like a blue straw to me.
Well, give it time. Hey, Muse. Yeah, no, it's a gunmetal color, and then it'll stand out more once I get like the spikes and stuff like that done, and all of that. It'll, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was all white. All right, see you in a few, Muse.
Mojo Jojo. It's all white, so it's all right.
God.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
It's Muse.
Yep.
It's Nifty them views.
It's that one person with the face in the name.
So how is everybody tonight?
Again, like I said, aside from uncomfortably moist, or hot and moist, but not in a good way.
We're getting there. We're getting back to being hot and moist here too in New England.
All right.
What are you all the way up to 75?
It feels warmer than that. No, we're gonna get hot. Let me look at my lovely.
God, I believe we had 75.
Oh shoot! You know what? That guy Neon Gaming.
Yeah.
He did paint the Bloodthirster.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I'm gonna have to share it next time if you're around. Oh, he did. It came out good too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think
Or is it in your
that's-
Discord?
No, he's DMing it to me. But it is definitely the same mini.
Okay.
He did a really good job on it. I mean, you are too, but you know what? The wings that he did remind me a lot of yours.
Okay.
Although, you know what? Your head is actually visible in your stream.
Yeah, I know.
But I can see the picture more.
Yeah.
That is a cool model. That's a really cool model. I love all the symbols on his back.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you missed it. Monday, a wild mongrel sovereign appeared.
Oh boy!
So we're wondering if he'll maybe show up tonight, but we'll see. I mean, I think he gets off of work at 8:30ish now, or is it
I can't remember.
or is it sooner now?
Couldn't remember what the hours were.
Oh.
I tagged her it. Alright, so.
Muse, have you seen the new Superman movie?
No, I've not seen it, but I hear it's good, and would like to see it at some point.
I enjoyed it.
know. I just don't have time. I spent last weekend at a convention.
Which con did you go to again?
It's a very small one in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. It used to be New Hampshire. It's now Massachusetts. Probably about 30 minutes from where I'm at.
Okay.
It's called Open Gaming Con, and as our con chair says, it's not just a gathering of gamers, like most normal cons. It's a family reunion. It's that special.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
You can give it all credit for launching me as a mini painter and doing the things I do. It was the first con I did because Lisa, who's the con chair, invited me to come and do mini painting stuff there. Now, in the early years, we had Cheryl Storm, who was known as, I don't remember Peg, but she is,
There's no. That's rude.
she's on Reaper's like forums and such.
Okay.
I think it's Lady Storm. But she basically did mini painting events sponsored by Reaper when they had the Black Lightning program at OGC.
Okay.
And then she decided to move to Texas and actually work for Reaper. And she did for a number of years and retired a couple of years back.
Well, that's cool.
So, and then after that, the mini painting table's been mine. Although this one's probably the one I've worked the least at. I did have people come up and actually paint. I don't have a ton of people that do it though. It is a small con.
Okay.
Although we had over 100 pre-regs for the first time in a while, so since pre-pandemic,
Okay.
just to put it that way. But there are so many people there that I really, really like and who I've been friends with forever. And it was our 20th year.
Oh, nice.
So I had an absolute blast. I get to game. That's a big thing. I basically bring my paints in, I bring all the supplies in and set up the table. I was actually on a little stage,
Okay.
which was funny. And I was able to, they gave me enough table space that I was able to put up my Sophie's Revenge, and my displays, as well as all the like supplies, the brushes, the water cups, and things like that.
Yep.
I was able to put that on one table, and then I had two, basically 8 seats, which I knew was going to be plenty for this con. I also saw Crimson. Who used to pop into my stream all the time.
Okay.
But yes, due to life getting in the way, he doesn't do it so much anymore.
Okay.
So, not to see him, he came in literally to paint the painting table, to paint with me for the afternoon.
Well, that's cool.
And then I blew him off to go play a game.
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
We have a not so secret. So basically, there's a guy who comes in and runs 7C. I don't know if you know 7C, but it's a D10 system, and it is all about swashbuckling. It's so pirates and such.
Okay.
Buckles of swashes.
Yeah, buckling of swashes. Wielding the buckler of swashing.
So we have a secret, which I really don't think is a secret game. We've been doing this for a number of years, where he runs a game for the ladies of OGC. So that includes me, of course, and the con chair and the con secretary. So like everybody, a whole bunch of people who are important to the con disappear for about 4 hours, and actually the session ran over. So, but it's always a great time. And we are the most filthy, horrible people in existence. He has like this little thing that's like says nope or stop or something like that. So if you like, where it can definitely delve into the realm of uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
If you get my drift.
Uh-huh.
He has a thing basically where you can hold it. It's got a little sign that you can, that people can hold up if the scene is going in a way they don't want it to go for
Yeah.
any number of reasons.
Uh-huh.
Um, but he said he was going to have to use that against us, as he knows.
Oh, jeez.
We are that terrible.
Man, that's just terrible.
Well, actually, we did pretty good. We actually played it fairly straight, the story fairly straight. Although, as usual, he wrote way too much for a 4-hour session. So, he's going to write a sequel to it next year. And he had to actually basically narrate part of the story. But he gets all the exciting bits, and next year it'll be a lot more fighty.
Okay.
You always got to write more than what you think you need because your players might be a-holes and jump over things, which we totally never did.
No, never. Never at all.
I don't think you could do that in this.
Or I
it would be really hard
beat
to
his
do that.
BBEG in like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a story, but it's not. Actually, it's not so much my story. It's one that my husband told me. So this is back, probably 2nd edition D&D, and the guy built a door. It wasn't a game I was in. It was before I even knew my husband. So, but he told me the DM built a door that had a bazillion traps on it, and a bazillion locks and things like that he was supposed to, roll to get through.
Yeah.
But what do you think do you know 2nd edition rolls? What do you think he friggin' rolled?
He rolled a 1 and just blasted through it.
Exactly. He rolled, so 1 was the one that was really good. I wasn't sure if it was 1 or 100. I thought it was 100.
I don't know.
Basically, you rolled the best roll you could roll, which was either 1 or 100. And he basically blew all the locks, blew all the traps. And then the GM said, well, this was my entire plan for the night. You're all going to have to go home, and I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do next week. Yeah, no plan. So don't get
Congratulations, you broke it.
Yeah, they broke this one guy broke the entire dungeon.
You broke the ship.
No,
You
wait.
broke the bloody ship.
We are the group that routinely would be like, hey, who's all in this restaurant or inn? He's like, this is blah 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 blah, really important, really cool stuff going on all around him. Alright, who else is here? There's Boblin the Goblin. I
Yeah.
want to talk to Boblin.
Yeah. There's a little meme that like epitomized that entire group, and as you can see, my reaction already still, because like over here, like completely fleshed out NPC with a backstory and giving a quest, and then there's a little cardboard cutout over here of just like the Goblin Tim, and all of the players are around the Goblin Tim.
Yep.
Well, we needed to start our Goblin eugenics system again.
Oh God, yeah, that where we're. Wait a minute, are we the bad guys?
No.
No, we're giving these goblins a second chance at life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, starting our goblin eugenics program with one goblin, and telling him to hop to it.
We screwed up the GM's plans this weekend on Sunday.
Good job.
Not like oh, we really fucked him over and he doesn't know what he's gonna do now. It's more of a well, I did not expect us to go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
He literally said, I do not expect you to tell them the truth. Because we were.
I love it when we like totally blow the GM's plan. All right, so I've been talking about this a lot in my stream lately, and if actually that Neon Gaming who came on through Garrett saw.
I seen
is
him.
one of the players. But basically, yes, we're playing a vampire TTRPG on, it's a Patreon server. So yes, I pay the GM, but he's fucking amazing. And he's worth the price of admission. Shit. Where is it going with this? Like, ways to ruin a campaign. We ruined our entire campaign on session 0. I don't know how you do that, but we ruined the campaign. Like, the GM had plans, we have backstories and everything else, so we blew it all out of the water on session 0.
Yeah, well, I did that with the one shot with one of the DMs because I knew he was a big Simpsons fan, and he had his own NPC called Scooter, who was a chaotic god. And the that was his alignment: chaotic. And
chaotic. What the fuck is it? It's chaotic neutral.
Nope. Chaotic.
I'm not.
You didn't question Scooter, because then Scooter questioned your intestines with dubious methods. But anyways, I knew he was a huge Simpsons fan, and we started this adventure called The Legend of Scooter's Gold. And he says, I lost my gold and I can't find it. And I just yell out, did you check your pocket? And I get a glare like that was the twist of the entire adventure.
Oh no.
Which it was the twist of the entire adventure. And he built this just to enrage other players.
Oh god. So no, what happened was, well, the GM made a mistake of putting a artifact. So basically, we all met at a museum. Now my character was assigned to be the bodyguard of one of the other PCs in our crew. So we, at the time, there were only 3 players too. We gained another one at some point in the future, but at the time it was just the 3 of us. So we all ended up at this museum, and we found the set of scales, and they are none other than the scales of Anubis. And they were just something the GM threw in the game as a friggin' thing of interest. It wasn't supposed to really be a big, huge factor. And then the Hikata in the group wanted to steal them. And I'm playing a character who's got this reckless flaw, which basically means if I haven't done it, that she's reckless. She'll just, she is chaotic.
Yeah.
And she'll just do shit because it might be fun. So when he said let's steal scales, she basically broke the glass and she stole the scales. And they are a thing. They are actually an artifact. We can summon Anubis, believe it or not.
All right.
We don't think he's a god. We're not sure if he's a god or not. We think he might be a werewolf, but we're not positive on this. But yes, we can summon him and he can answer questions, whether we really want the answers or not. One of my favorite recent stories was how, because of this, I had to deal with probably the most depressing realization I've ever made as a player, and I've been playing for 30 years, thereabouts. Which basically, my vampire character died a fucking hero. She basically was a bouncer at a bar.
Yeah.
And she got, so basically to throw mystery in the game, because I like to do this, I like to come up with backstories with mysteries that the GM can throw back at me and the GM can solve. It gives them something to do.
Yep.
As if they don't enough. But basically, she was in a barroom brawl, a riot. I said it went beyond that to a riot. And she felt a stabbing pain in her neck, and then when she woke up, she had been changed. So, we get to this where we summon Anubis, thanks to my lovely compatriot gamer DJ.
Yep.
Who wanted to learn some rituals and such, that he needed Anubis' guidance. He needs something that powerful. So he summoned Anubis. We had a number of questions based on the gifts he brought, which were hilarious. They were chocolate, beer, and bread.
Okay.
That's what I said too. But because he brought 7 things, we had 7 questions. So me and the other guy who were with them, we get to ask one question. He asked one for the person who unfortunately couldn't be there, and then the rest were his. Well, he got a fucking bonus question. So my question was basically related to this thing I'm working on: is how do what's the weakness of the BBEG that I'm trying to fight? Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
But then we had a bonus question, and they started, well, what did we get for question? I go, well, if I had to ask him, I'd ask who murdered me. And he was going to ask him this epic thing like, oh, what's your backstory? What's your history? Tell me all about you. I thought this was amazing. And no, because everybody fucking wanted to know. My character Sarah was, because she did not know, they made me ask the fucking question. So where the depressing part comes in is not so much the answer to the question, although that's its own mystery because there's something funky going on with her sire. But the thing of it is, what the depressing part was, she found out this, like, her memory is very fuzzy from that moment, until she woke up. And basically she found out that she died a hero, like the stabbing pain in her neck, which could have been teeth, it could have been a knife, was a knife, and she basically got in the way of it and saved someone. And it basically said, oh yeah, you died doing your job. I would have, when you showed up for my judgment, I would have stepped out of the way and you would have gone to the portal to eternal paradise.
Oh.
Which, okay, great, wonderful, because it means that I lived my life well. But on the other hand, now I was eternally, I was going to go to my eternal reward, and now I'm eternally damned as a vampire.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, this is the fucking most depressing thing I've ever seen. And then, of course, in the game, you have a beast inside, and basically you can lose humanity
Yep.
in the game. And if you get to 0, well, then the GM takes over your character.
Yep.
It's kind of like Star Wars and the dark side.
Yep.
So basically, she's doomed to become a monster, and she gets to die a hero. And I'm like, this just fucking broke me. It is the most depressing thing I have ever come across in a game.
Honestly, it feels like kind of a dick move from the GM.
Oh no, no, it was beautiful. It actually was, like, in one hand, it was validating too, though. And as a player, I really actually appreciate it because it means he understands the point of what I'm playing. And they all love my character. Basically, my character's human. So you get a humanity score, 1 to 10. 10 means you're like friggin' human. You can't normally start. You basically have to usually start at 7, but I took a thing where I started 8. So I'm actually a little more human than most of the kindred in the game.
Okay.
Or vampires in the game. So, yeah, I know, I talk about this game a lot, but it's just that fucking good. So, it is, so I'm trying to keep it that way. I'm trying to not have a slip. But eventually it's gonna happen. She will inevitably slip, or somehow she'll regain her humanity. But she won't be human. She'll never be human. And it's really easy to lose it if you ever get back to 10. And it's really hard to get there. So I'm not really counting on it.
Okay.
It's a fun game. Especially if you like politics and roleplay. It's not a fighting game. Although you can. I built a fighting character for a non-fighting game. But the storyteller, he is a phenomenal storyteller. Basically, he is trying to come up with fights from my character in a game where most of the characters are not fighting. So, and I said, even when you're saying it's a dick move, no, it was amazing, and it really made me. I did things to honor that choice. That part of the story. So
Meanwhile,
it's
most
gonna be really to find out what's going on with their sire, because it's not the same clan.
Meanwhile, most of my adventures for D&D were what monster of the week could I throw at Sojan and the rest and actually challenge them.
Oh my god, there's a game called Monster of the Week.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a system or
I played
something
it.
called
I
Monster
played
of the
Monster
Week.
of the Week. Yeah, Monster of the Week is fun.
I heard it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like if Buffy the Vampire Slayer was an RPG combined with
that's
Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, my group is taking a break from it because the GM is a fiend who needs to switch systems all the time.
I mean, this is sort of a one-shot system, though. Like, I feel like it's it's great for one-shots.
So he's not. It's great for one shots. We have been doing a campaign with it, and I don't think he's been GMing it quite the way you're supposed to, it's supposed to be like, yeah, one shot adventures, but ours have strung over several sessions. But I've had a really good time with it. It has Roll20 support if you want to play it online. But yeah, I have a character who's like a kind of strange magic knight guy who's part of a weird cult. And one of the other characters is like her character archetype is the chosen one. Like she would be Buffy if it was in the show because she's the one who has the power to save the world. I'm her like great uncle who is kind of her protector. We have another guy who is like the researcher. We have a guy who's the driver that fixes everything.
That's Sojan. He's the driver.
The psychic. What's that?
That's Sojan. He's the driver.
He's the driver. Yes, he would be the driver in this case. But we've had some fantastic adventures. Probably my favorite has been he came up with one where we went to a strange old mansion out in the countryside, only to find that some ghost hunters who were filming like YouTube videos about searching haunted mansions for ghosts were there ahead of us. And we met them and we were getting to talk with them, and all of a sudden the bizarre clock on the that was standing at the foot of the stairs suddenly began to chime, and the mansion was transported to an alternate dimension. And we had to figure out how to fix that mechanism and get back to the real world. It's a good time.
Cool. That's cool. I've played in so many. I've been so blessed to have so many good dungeon masters in my life, which is why this is really funny in terms of the fact that I pay for a game. Because I found I was like, I know too many really good dungeon masters and storytellers and such that I'm not gonna ever do this. And then I met Mr. Riquette. Well, that's his YouTube game. But I basically met him and we did a one shot, and it's like you sold me on it. So that now I pay for sessions. And then we also get to do a lot of play by post. But yeah, I've had so many great GMs. My favorite campaign my hubby and my favorite campaign, we did Skull and Shackles, which is a Pathfinder 1 campaign. And the GM though, however, that campaign is a little disjunctive because a lot of Pathfinder stuff, they have different authors that write the books of the story of the adventure paths.
Oh.
And they don't always talk to each other.
Oh, fun.
Including this one. So, and then the BBEG, I like it away, but the BBEG was lamer than what he came up with. So what our GM came up with was basically, if you know Pathfinder, there's a nation called Cheliax. And Cheliax is run by, it's basically a family that's been in charge forever, and they are tyrants. They literally make deals with devils. Those are the lawful evil ones.
Yep.
But they make deals with devils to serve them and such. But basically, the rulers, can't remember the fucking name of the family. Basically, the rulers rule the nation with an iron fist. And, what they want to do is they want nothing more than to crush the independent states of the islands known as the Shackles, which are run by pirates. So he basically every book he would rewrite his own he would write his own stuff in. And he said, well, the first book I wrote about 10%, and then the second book I wrote about 25%, and the third book, and so the more he got into it, the more he rewrote. And basically, he made the Nation of Cheliacs the BBEG.
Okay.
We had a huge name. We had like basically we ended up there's like an eternal storm, or eternal hurricane that's like just north of there. It's known as the Eye of Abaddon, who is a dead god, and rumored, I believe, fell there. So there's a perpetual storm that if you get in there, if you could get into the eye of the storm, it's not so bad. But it's getting into it that's a challenge. And basically there,
Yeah.
exactly. And then basically we got in there, we fired some shots at them, but basically the whole goal was get on the ship and fight the admiral and the people on the ship. So it was such an incredible game. Actually, it wasn't even just the GM. The players were so invested in their characters. It was just, it was an amazing game. That one was great. I said there's so many good games. I remember the one that was our favorite for a long time, and then that one knocked it off. Was literally the guy he literally developed the entire game based on everything we gave him, and he kept adding, like, basically he would write from week to week. So he would write plan out what he was going to do next week based on what we did the previous week.
Okay.
And that was as far as he went. It was the most sandbox game I have ever got to play in, and it was so good. And the players, once again, also the players, having good players that like to role play, especially if you are a storytelling. I'm definitely a role player. I love fights and everything. Don't get me wrong. I do love the fights. That's where the drama is. That's where you might die. But I really, really enjoy. I really enjoy the role play and the storytelling aspects of it. So that had amazing storytelling, and that had some very interesting characters. And basically, we spent most of the campaign running from things. We actually did not fight much. We ran from a lot of things because they were way more powerful than us. Like, an entire army of Inquisitors, things like that.
Okay.
So,
I
I love.
something today.
What's that?
What's that?
They may be making a second Last Starfighter.
Oh, nice. That would be cool.
They could update the graphics.
Hell yeah.
The
No.
only thing that didn't stand up for time.
Yeah. Like, the story for that was good and all that, but yeah, the special effects were something else.
That Laser Lotus.
Yeah, the Death Blossom.
Death Blossom.
They were good for their time. And it showed what CGI was going to be capable of doing.
Okay. Pardon me, by the way, if you hear my keyboard clacking, because people
I
said
don't hear
last night, you don't hear it?
No, ma'am.
Oh, good. Because last night I got accused of it being stupidly loud when I was gaming.
I haven't heard it either.
I don't think I've heard it
I was
either.
going to say, you like playing one-shots. Have you ever heard of the game The Last Girl?
No.
I know the concept, The Last Girl.
Yeah,
Well,
The
I'm
final
sorry.
Final Girl.
the Final Girl. It's
I'll play
basically-
anything.
It's basically one-shot RPGs of horror movies. And the last time I checked, they had expanded into like sci-fi and that.
Nice.
Dreadnoughts have so many rivets.
Yep, that they do.
I'm the idiot that decides to paint all of them.
Yeah, I get to go play Pathfinder tomorrow night. Yay.
I'm jealous.
So, I like to play. Now, that's where I really like the one. I do like the one shots because I play Society. So I do their organized play. And there's a guy who runs on Thursday nights, and basically I go every other Thursday, well, when I can. I actually haven't been there for a number of Thursdays. But I try to get there at least every other Thursday. On the other Thursdays, I'm actually hosting a paint night. So I like to do that. I should work on ReaperCon stuff. I've got so much stuff to do.
Well, so work on it then.
I know I'm gonna miss you there. Damn it! I was hoping you were gonna go.
I know.
Take up a spot in my damn room. Never got a third person.
Watch out, Gareth. There's a badger in your basement.
Oh.
In your basement.
Just with the burp I did.
Yeah.
Feels good not to have the glasses on for a little bit.
How can you not have the glasses on?
My vision is still okay enough. Plus, doing black base coats right now for the skulls, so that way, like, the metallics pop a little bit better. So, no, I can see all right without them. It's just reading and, like, really fine details. That's where things get, fucky, for lack of a better term. So,
I will say that I've acquired a set of 2 magnification reading glasses.
yeah.
They are much better than the jeweler's glasses
Okay.
for
So, well, for my
making
stream,
your brain hurt.
I mean, for my stream, I use actually the strongest drugstore readers I can get. But I do have a set of optimizers, which are not jeweler's glasses, but basically I bought them at a computer supply store in the soldering section.
Okay.
Soldering supplies.
Yeah, because I had gotten a set of jeweler's glasses, and those things make my eyes cross.
After a little while, yeah, they will.
The only thing that are mildly annoying with the readers is everything's fine as long as I'm painting, but as soon as I look up the screen to see what's going on, it's like, oh, I can't see anything.
Yep.
Oh, I can't see. Yeah, I know. I have a hard. I used to be able to look over my glasses to see my screen so I could read Twitch. I can still kind of read it, but my vision is. Yeah, my vision is like starting to disappear at that range.
I mean, I can see fine as long as I have my the readers down on my nose. Like, my vision is fine. It's just if I have them up like normal glasses, I look up Like, you can see everything just fine up close with them, but then as soon as the TV's 5 feet away, so now I can't see anything. It's a giant blur.
Yep.
Same with jeweler's glasses. The jeweler's glasses are even worse because it was to the point where I could see what I was painting, but I couldn't see my paint pot because it was just slightly too far away to dip for paint again.
See, that's when you have it just outside of the periphery of where you're looking, so that way you can just kind of just shift your eyes over.
It's harder for me because I work off of a lap board, so everything's
true.
kind of tucked in a little bit closer.
Yep.
I posted a link to that game in the Discord if anyone's curious to look into it.
Okay.
That's the last girl or whatever it is.
Final Girl, yeah.
Cool. I know we need to sit down with Davo and have a Star Wars game.
Yeah. Play the West End game, Star Wars.
So that's the one that used a 2D6 system, right?
Yeah, it was like buckets of D6. Yeah, like your ability scores were like 2D or 2D plus 1 or 2D plus 2, and I think the highest you could go is 2D plus 3, and then it would go up to like 3 dice or whatever. Then I don't think there were critical successes or failures in that one at all, were there?
I think there was something similar, but it wasn't like
Like Shadowrun?
we're used to.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were used to. It was just like you get an extra point, or
Yep.
you do an extra thing, or roll from the table.
Yep. Be right back. I gotta get a little bit of water. Just about emptied mine, so
No problem.
be right back. Here I come.
Here he comes.
Also, my body was like, hey, there's a turlet right there. You should go right now. So, did a quick whiz.
Everything come out okay?
Oh, yes, and then some.
All right, that's good. It's good.
And then some. I don't know if that's good, but okay.
Should be nice if someone came and got me another bourbon.
You can't get up and get one yourself?
I'm painting. Busy.
That's fair. Actually, you're right. They should get you. Somebody should come and get you. I'm all for that.
The wife would throw something at me if I hollered.
Yep. Well, you should always, as always, ask her, why would we ever need a boat? But, you know.
You already know the answer.
Oh, I know. But that's the fun in asking.
You should tell Carrie that she predeceases you were going to get that engraved on her tombstone.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna put a boat on her grave.
I'm just gonna secretly sneak something into the house of why we need a boat.
Yep.
Hanging on the wall. See how
I'm sure she won't want to kick you in the balls or anything.
He could always throw me under the bus on that one.
True. Just blame him.
And I would happily take the blame on that one. Like, yeah, important questions here.
I took
Yes, I did mock you. I'll mock you again.
I mock you a second time.
That was a glorious night.
It was fun.
Just
It all worked out so perfectly.
it did, and the DM kept a straight face the entire time too, like between our interaction, and then the boat left early. Like, oh, because earlier I was like, hey, we have enough to buy a boat, and she just gives me this look like, why the fuck would we ever need a boat? And I'm just like, I don't know, just be cool. And then that adventure, we were trying to get something off of a container ship, and the ship left early. And I just look at her like, when would we ever need a boat, eh?
Is that where that comes from?
That's where that comes from.
Shadowrun.
Yep.
Well, it's so funny because in the Murder Hobo which is on YouTube, I did just buy a fucking boat.
Nice. Well, and it was fun too because I was a troll street samurai, but I built myself to soak damage, and then my punches were lethal. And she was a sniper elf, and oh boy, did we have fun! Like, I love that they gave racial slurs in the book for like. Elves were called Keebs, which was short for Keebler.
Oh God.
And so I started calling her, oh, you're my favorite Keeb. And it's like an adult like patting a child's head then, just like with my spatchcock of a hand. And like apparently like the racial slur for like trolls and orcs and all that was trogs for trogdolites. And so yeah, she's like, oh, you're my favorite trog. Just
without missing a beat.
yep.
She'd stab you, you wouldn't feel it.
Uh-huh. She felt better. I laughed at her pity attempt. But when the chips were down, she'd have my back, I'd have hers.
I'd drive the car.
Yep. Yeah, and Sojan was the driver. But hey, our one friend, she was a pilot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. A pilot no one would trust you behind the controls of an aircraft.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like, where would we go? Like, it's not like we can just land on a roof of a jet. That's, stop killing people. That's high profile kind of thing. Just, none of us have a plane. And besides, Sojan's character had like professional ranks in, like, he had professional levels of dots for operating vehicles. He was the driver. Like,
well, and she didn't even she didn't have the ability to fly. She had knowledge fly, so she knew of flying. Not knew how to fly, knew of flying, because of the way that she took her ranks.
That's okay. It's a little weird that the game system will let you do something that's kind of worthless like that. Maybe it makes sense.
Yeah, and
well, no, because it was all separate. It was, you can know about something. You can know about something really detailed. Like, you could theoretically know how to build a nuclear reactor. Can you? No. But you know how to.
I get that. I just kind of don't know why you would want to do that in a game system, but whatever.
And she did, because she also had not the skill with Hapkido, but knowledge of Hapkido. Like, she knew what it was, but doing it was something else entirely.
Perhaps she didn't understand how selecting skills worked in the game, which I would expect.
Yeah, well, and she did she followed the grand example of, like, what all of our faces did. Like, mechanically they were okay, or they were just garbage, or like poor Jeff. He made, on paper, fantastic face, fantastic, but his dice just kind of went, "Oh, you're gonna talk to somebody? Fuck you."
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what my dice does to me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, he had like all of, like, the perks too for, like, oh, hey, it's my first time talking to somebody, and they're like the opposite gender or something like that. He had, like, social pheromones and stuff like that, and, like, he was an elf, so, like, he had higher charisma and stuff like that, and just
it just didn't matter.
No, it didn't.
Just drilled his face directly into the dirt.
No, that's unfortunate.
That sucks.
And then this other girl, the one time she was a Japanese elf in a Han Chinese troll neighborhood, and she was going to try and shoot the Mama-san because she wasn't giving her the information she wanted.
It feels like a bad idea.
That was a very bad idea, and so then my troll, who was Chinese as well, came in to save the day with conversation.
I like it. I really like it. Totally approve. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a little better.
Realized I didn't do much layering with the silver, and I don't want it to be just silver. And since I'm not doing washes, readjusting, Ty?
Just trying to get comfortable.
Okay.
Sweat's so damn much. I'm like one of those rubber octopi you can slap to the wall and watch down.
Yeah, that was me earlier today.
Yeah. I remember those.
Yep. Whew. Well, yeah, I think we'll call it a night here. Made some pretty good progress. Got at least like the other wrap done. Got that done. Work on the skulls next week.
There's more skulls.
Right there. Like I painted
on
those.
here.
Yeah.
Skulls for the skull god.
Skulls for the skull throne. Oh.
Skull throne. That's right, skull throne.
Yep.
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull.
Yep. Butt for the butt god. Oh.
Whatever that is.
What? The butt god?
It was the butt
Slash.
god. But I know
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Slanesh is the butt god. Let's not fool ourselves here. So,
But does Slaanesh have a godly butt?
of course she does,
Okay.
and he uses it to great effect.
Well, that I'm not surprised about.
Yeah. And on that note,
That bombshell.
yep, we will call
And
it a
a
night.
terrible disappointment, if you know the
Terrible
reference.
disappointment. Yes.
Yeah.
I missed that show.
What was that from?
Grand Tour or
On that bombshell was from Top Gear. On
Top
that
Gear.
terrible disappointment
Grant-
is from the Grand Tour.
Grant. Oh yeah, Grand Tour was that terrible disappointment. I thought you did it on both.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I watched more Grand Tour than Top Gear.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yep. Anyways.
In the streak. Go ahead.
Yep.
You're permitted.
Yeah. Well. Oh, thank you. Thank you, good sir. You're too good to me.
I know.
Anyways, thank you everybody for swinging by. Thanks, Muse, for the raid, and we
course.
shall. Hopefully, we'll see everybody back on Monday, if not on Wednesday. But just remember, between now and then, to keep on painting.